Welcome back to TFAX, where we dive deep into the latest buzz from your favorite reality shows. Today, we have a riveting lineup of news from the high seas drama of Below Deck Down Under. First up, tension aboard the yacht escalates as Johnny Arvanitis has a meltdown in the latest episode. We'll explore the shocking confrontation that began over a case of mistaken identity, leading to a dramatic outburst and leaving crew members shaken. Next, the fallout continues as fans react to Wihan du Toit's controversial actions towards Alesia Harris. Many are condemning his behavior, labeling him one of the worst crew members in franchise history. We'll take a look at the intense online reactions and what this could mean for his future on the show. Then, we have a sneak peek into the upcoming episode 11, where Captain Jason Chambers takes charge by launching an investigation into the crew's behavior. Will he be able to bring order back to the chaos? Stick around as we break down the preview and what's at stake. Finally, tension boils over when Johnny Arvanitis faces the consequences of his actions. In a dramatic twist, Captain Jason fires him following the investigation into the chaotic events of episode 10. But is Johnny the only one who should be held accountable? Let's discuss the implications of his firing and the ongoing drama. Let's dive into our first story, where tension aboard the yacht reached new heights in the latest episode of Below Deck Down Under. Johnny Arvanitis found himself in a heated confrontation that unfolded after a case of mistaken identity involving fellow crew member Alesia Harris. During a chaotic night, Alesia, after a few too many drinks, mistakenly crawled into the bunk of Wihan du Toit, believing it to be Johnny's. This unfortunate misunderstanding ignited a chain reaction, leading to Johnny's explosive outburst. The crew had already been on edge after a long night of chartering and the pressures of life on the yacht, but this incident pushed things over the edge. Once Johnny realized what had happened, his frustration boiled over. He delivered a stern warning to Wihan about his behavior, expressing disgust over the unfolding situation. As the night continued, things escalated even further. When Alesia knocked on the cabin door shared by Johnny and Wihan, still groggy, allowed her in without revealing his true identity. The moment became tense as Alesia crawled into bed, only realizing her mistake when Johnny entered the room and caught her off guard. This startling encounter left everyone shaken, prompting Johnny to confront Wihan in a fury. In an explosive reaction, Johnny declared he was quitting, locking the cabin door and angrily punching overhead cabinets while shouting in frustration. The disturbance was so loud that it drew the attention of other crew members, leaving them concerned and teary-eyed about the dramatic upheaval. The episode concluded with a cliffhanger, leaving viewers on the edge of their seats. The chaos on the yacht begs the question, how will this volatile situation impact crew dynamics moving forward? And what measures will be taken to address the incidents of the past season, which were also marred by serious consent issues? Stay tuned to see how the drama unfolds. Next up, let's talk about the fallout from Alesia Harris's uncomfortable encounter with Wihan du Toit. Following the latest episode, viewers have taken to social media in droves, igniting a firestorm of criticism directed at Wihan for his alleged behavior during the incident. Many fans labeled him one of the worst crew members in Below Deck franchise history, expressing outrage over what they perceive as boundary violations. The incident, which saw Alesia mistakenly climbing into Wihan's bunk after a night of heavy drinking, has drawn stark comparisons to previous consent issues that rocked the show last season. Fans are understandably concerned, debating the implications of Wihan's actions and questioning whether the show's producers are doing enough to ensure crew member safety. Many viewers described his silence in Alesia's mistaken identification as a calculated move, suggesting that he took advantage of her vulnerable state, which has sparked outrage and calls for accountability. As the backlash grew, social media erupted with comments condemning Wihan. Fans are demanding to see consequences for his behavior, some even calling for his removal from the show. Despite the harsh critique, a smaller faction of viewers speculated about the authenticity of the scene itself, wondering if it was a setup orchestrated for dramatic effect. They pointed out perceived inconsistencies in the interaction, questioning how Alesia could mistake one crew member for another given the obvious differences. With feelings running high, It's clear that this situation has shed light on deeper issues within the reality show. The overwhelming fan response signals a bigger conversation about responsibility, consent, and the complex dynamics of living and working in close quarters aboard the yacht. As we await more developments, one thing is certain. This incident keeps the conversation about accountability in reality television alive and vibrant. Now, let's shift our focus to the third story as we preview the upcoming episode 11 of Below Deck Down Under. In this highly anticipated installment, Captain Jason Chambers finds himself in the hot seat as he prepares to launch an investigation into the recent chaos on board. With tensions brewing and crew dynamics hanging by a thread, Captain Jason knows he needs to step in and address the ongoing issues that have plagued the yacht. As we dive into the sneak peek, we see the aftermath of Johnny's explosive reaction. The captain is visibly concerned about the escalating situation, especially after witnessing Johnny's outburst and the distress it caused among the crew. The clip reveals him contemplating who may need to go home early, highlighting the severity of the incidents that transpired. Throughout the preview, viewers get a glimpse of Captain Jason interviewing key crew members to get to the bottom of what really happened that fateful night. He speaks with Alesia, who recounts her experience of mistakenly crawling into Wihan's bunk, ensuring she understands that she did nothing wrong. Meanwhile, Wihan's behavior towards other crew members, including his interactions with Harry Van Vliet, raises further red flags for Captain Jason. The tension is palpable as Captain Jason navigates the complicated dynamics at play. He expresses his distress over the situation, admitting, "This is not the Johnny I know." As he assesses the crew's behavior, it becomes evident that drastic measures may be necessary to restore order. The stakes have never been higher for the crew of Below Deck Down Under. With the investigation underway and the pressure mounting, fans are left wondering who will be held accountable. Will Johnny's actions have serious consequences, or will other crew members face the repercussions for their roles in the unfolding drama? The upcoming episode promises to be a pivotal moment in the season as we await Captain Jason's decisions and their impact on the crew's future. Finally, we wrap up with the dramatic fallout from Captain Jason's investigation in episode 11 of Below Deck Down Under. In a shocking turn of events, it has been revealed that Johnny Arvanitis faces serious consequences for his earlier outburst and aggressive behavior. After an intense night filled with chaos and raw emotions, Captain Jason makes the tough call to fire Johnny following the investigation into the incidents that transpired with Wihan and Alesia. Fans are left reeling as they process this unexpected development. Many had speculated whether Johnny's actions would lead to disciplinary measures, but seeing him let go illustrates the high stakes aboard the yacht. Captain Jason emphasizes that while emotions run high in the confined quarters of life at sea, unacceptable behavior cannot go unchecked. His decisive action underscores the serious tone of the season and the commitment to maintaining a safe environment for the crew. As the episode unfolds, viewers also see how this decision affects the rest of the crew. With Johnny out, what will the dynamics be like on board? Will Wihan, who has been at the center of controversy, face any repercussions, or will he escape unscathed? The air is thick with tension as the remaining crew members navigate their new reality without Johnny. As we reflect on this tumultuous episode, it becomes clear that the events of these past weeks have brought to light significant issues surrounding accountability and interpersonal relationships within the crew. While the immediate drama may have concluded with Johnny's departure, the implications of this situation will resonate throughout the remainder of the season. Stay tuned as Below Deck Down Under continues to unfold, and let's see how the crew adapts to the changes and whether they can learn from these turbulent experiences. What will happen next aboard the yacht? Only time will tell.